Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about the shorter version or the upcoming episode of Unfortunate Love was how Rishi take Malishka to buy wedding necklace after Neelam picked a wedding date for Rishi and Malishka, and they went to buy the necklace where Lakshmi is actually working as a sales girl in a jewelry store. So let's continue from there. Rishi and Malishka are still at the jewelry store where Lakshmi is working. Malishka tells Lakshmi that she will wear this wedding necklace always, and once she wears it, then she will not let it be taken off. And she tells her that your wedding necklace couldn't stay with you because it was my right that you snatched, and you snatched my love and married him. But now I have snatched my love back, and I will make him as my husband irrespective of others' doings. Malishka asks Rishi to say yes that he will marry her. Rishi says yes, looking at Lakshmi, and Lakshmi looks on. Virendra tells Grandma that Ayush has learnt well and he is handling the business well. Grandma asks Virendra not to worry about home and says she is here to handle the house. Grandma tells Virendra that she is thinking if God is taking their test or the test of Lakshmi. She says since Lakshmi left, she is worried for Rishi. Virendra says Rishi has a misunderstanding that he loves Malishka and he doesn't know that he loves Lakshmi, and even Lakshmi loves him. Grandma tells Virendra that neither Rishi will be happy nor will he keep Malishka happy after the marriage because nobody can be happy in a loveless marriage. Grandma says the house peace will not be there and Malishka is too obsessed and blind to realize that she is making a mistake. In the car, Malishka tells Rishi that they are going to make a new start of their life without Lakshmi and says she had become a wall between us, but now we are free from her. She says, I promise that I will not let any problem come into your life. Rishi gets a headache with her words and he feels irritated. Malishka asks Rishi that what happened, and she asks him to say that he is sad because Lakshmi left. She says we have brought a wedding necklace and she asks him to say something. Rishi says he is not in a mood to talk. Malishka stops the car and says I am happy after many years. Else Lakshmi would have been the order on my happiness, but now Lakshmi is gone and I am happy. Malishka asks Rishi that why are you ignoring my happiness? Rishi says I am not ignoring anything. Malishka says we are getting married and our years-long dream is going to be fulfilled, and she asks him to be happy. She asks him to be happy and says you say that Lakshmi wants to see you happy, and she asks if Rishi wants to be happy and give happiness to Lakshmi or if he wants to give Lakshmi sadness. Rishi says okay and he asks her to drive. The sales girl asks Lakshmi to forget Rishi and move on in her life. The other sales girl, Suman, asks if Rishi was Lakshmi's husband. The sales girl tells her that Rishi was Lakshmi's husband and now they are divorced because Rishi used to love Malishka before. Suman says now Rishi came here to buy wedding necklace to give pain to Lakshmi and says this is bad. Lakshmi says to the sales girls that Rishi has given her those moments which will keep her happy always so she is not sad. Bani and Shalu talks about Lakshmi. Shalu says my sister will be busy at work, but she will not be happy. Bani says we should do something and she asks that what is Ayush doing to get Rishi and Lakshmi back together. Ayush thinks that I tried to get Rishi and Lakshmi married, but now Malishka came between them and Lakshmi has no idea that Rishi and Malishka's marriage is fixed. Virendra comes there and asks him to sit. He asks that what is going on in his heart because he knows that he is worried. Shalu says to Bani that Ayush is busy in business because there is some problem so he cannot do anything to help them now. She says she wants her sister to return and marry brother-in-law. Bani says I don't know if God will listen to us or not, and she prays and begs God to answer their prayers. Virendra asks Ayush not to worry about the business. Ayush asks what about Rishi and Lakshmi? Virendra stops him and says we should focus on solution and not focus on worries. He says let's go for the business meeting first. Shalu says to Bani that she wished that their father should have been here to make Lakshmi understand. Malishka shows the ring and the wedding necklace to Neelam and Karishma. Neelam and Karishma praises her choice. Kiran says she is imagining how Malishka will look when she wears this and says she will look like Miss World. Malishka thanks her. Kiran says our dream will be fulfilled. Malishka says do you know from where I bought this wedding necklace? She says I bought it from the same shop where Lakshmi is working, and she smiles. Karishma says finally, Lakshmi has accepted her value and she has started working in a jewelry store. Rishi says if Lakshmi wanted, then she would have become the owner of 10 jewelry stores, but her self-respect was quite bigger than our status. He says Lakshmi took her self-respect and she did not ask for even a rupee for the divorce. Malishka says to Rishi that you always praise Lakshmi, and she asks that what is this behavior. Neelam comes to Rishi and asks him to be happy with Malishka like he used to be happy before Lakshmi had come. She says Lakshmi herself went away from you. Then you also go away from her and forget her memories and the past. Rishi says to Neelam that if I hold Malishka's hand, then that doesn't mean that I will forget Lakshmi. He says I will never forget Lakshmi, and he goes to his room while Malishka and others are shocked. In the room, Rishi imagines Lakshmi scaring him. Rishi gets scared and says this reaction is expected, and Lakshmi laughs. Rishi says to Lakshmi that you have scared me like a kid. Lakshmi says you are a kid too. Rishi says I don't know when your habit to scare me would end. He comes out of his imagination and sees that Lakshmi is not there, and he gets sad. Malishka asks Neelam if Rishi is doing favor on her and says what did he say? That he cannot forget Lakshmi even after he married me. Karishma says to Malishka that you are Rishi's first and last love and says this is happening because Rishi has stayed with Lakshmi. Malishka says Rishi's love is not reaching him. Kiran says Lakshmi will fail in front of your love, and she asks her to throw Lakshmi away from Rishi's life. In the room, Rishi gets teary eyes and says I miss you Lakshmi, and he gets emotional. Neelam asks Malishka to trap Rishi like Lakshmi trapped him. She says he should kick Lakshmi out from his life and says I had forgotten that she is Lakshmi and it is not easy for anyone to get rid of her memories, and says you have to wipe her memories out and win Rishi, and she asks if she can do this. Malishka says yes. Neelam says I am with you. Do whatever you want. Malishka says I will wipe Lakshmi away from everyone's memories like she was never even here before. Lakshmi comes home and sits. Shalu asks about Rishi and Malishka coming to the jewelry store. Lakshmi says they came to buy ring and wedding necklace. Bani asks if Lakshmi doesn't feel strange. Lakshmi says I had come between Rishi and Malishka's love before, and says now she is divorced, and says Rishi is her past and the past don't return to the present. Ayush comes there and asks Shalu and Bani to see what he has brought. Shalu asks what? Ayush says sweet for sister-in-law. He says I will call her, and says just as she hears me, then she will come running. Lakshmi comes out and asks Ayush. Ayush says sister-in-law and says we have connection, and says I am fine, fit and fine. Lakshmi asks if he is concentrating on the business, and Ayush says yes. Shalu says that Ayush has run away from the battlefield. Ayush tells her that he has brought sweet for her and says it will not be sweet but bitter because Rishi and Malishka's marriage date is fixed. Lakshmi asks Ayush to listen. Ayush cries and asks Lakshmi and says we can do job and move on, but move on with my brother. He says things are wrong and I am hopeful that everything will be fine, and he asks Lakshmi to agree, but Lakshmi looks on. Alright guys, thank you so much guys for watching. I mean, they've gone far with our upcoming episode as well. I don't even know what to do at this point because I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to check the comment section for the link to the next episode, and don't forget to like this video and share it, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.